I do not know yet what this video is going to be called because I like to record my stuff in order, unlike a lot of people out there. But welcome to the video. Whatever title this video is going to have, it's going to have Nintendo 64 in it because that's what I have right here. That's the star of this video this time around. We're going to try to give it the same treatment that I gave to my PlayStation 3, which is the previous console that I did that for in this like ongoing series of videos that I just organically started. I didn't think it would become a thing the way that it slowly has over the past like 2 months or so. But here we are. I have never opened this thing up, just like I had never opened up a console of any kind before I opened up my PlayStation 4 about 2 months back. And I did that. I cleaned it out so that it was less noisy, so that it was more efficient, so that it ran cooler, as modern consoles and computers should, right? Now that they can use so much power and generate so much heat. And then most recently, after that, I did one for my PS3. And at the end of doing that for my PS3, I showed my N64 and I said, the next console that I do that for is going to be for the N64. So we're going from a more complex machine to a still complex machine, but less so maybe than the PS4, to a much simpler machine that doesn't have a loud fan of any kind in it, that has never been loud in that way, and that has never really failed me because this thing still works after all these years. I've had it for a quarter century. It was a present from my loving grandmother to me when I was 4 or 5 years old. So I've had it for 2.5 decades and it has always worked. I actually last pulled this out a couple of nights ago when there was a family party going on here, and one of my relatives, Brian, actually, he's been in some of the streams that I have here on the channel, Fortnite, uh, um, and what else? Was it just Fortnite? No, Black Ops Zombies as well. But that's beside the point. I took this thing out and I set it up and we played a bit of GoldenEye. I got some of the other games. He wanted to play more, but he unfortunately ended up not having enough time to do that. He had to go. But I had not hooked up the N64 in some time. So I thought, man, it would be such bad luck if I wanted to do this video and I sat down and recorded everything without even testing it first to see if it still worked and it didn't just suddenly die at some point since the last time I hooked it up. But no, we played some GoldenEye. We wanted to play more games. We couldn't. That's okay. But we're here to open this up for the first time too and see if we find anything crazy since it's never been cleaned out. Something crazy like, I don't know, cigarette butts and dead cockroaches with legs and thoraxes and I don't know what else in here. But we're not going to find cigarette butts or anything like that because I've never smoked anything in my life. I've never even drank anything in my life. But that's beside the point. I guess we can turn the camera around and get this process started. Here is a closer look at my Nintendo 64. As you can see, I think it looks pretty good for a system that I've owned for a quarter century. You can see the ports right there. They all still work. It's got some scratches because, of course, any system, any electronic that that got a lot of use over a quarter century and that still works is gonna have some wear and tear, right? And I wanted to show the reset button right here. This thing has been stuck for, I don't know, if I were to guess, maybe 20 out of the 24, 25 years that I've had this system. So I'm hoping that by opening it up and cleaning it up, that I can get this reset button working again because it's been so many years that I haven't been able to use it. Thankfully, though, it's just a reset button, and it's never been the power switch. The power switch still works just fine, and I can get in there and clean this too. Because if it would have been the power switch, younger me, would have thought, oh man, the power switch broke at some point if that would have happened, and I would have thought, man, well, if it doesn't work anymore, what's the point of keeping it? And maybe I would have thrown it away. So I'm glad that never happened because younger me, in my ignorance, would have done that. I actually did that with an original model blue Nintendo DS back when I was like 11 years old. The battery in it died somehow, and I threw it away because me of that time didn't consider that, hey, maybe I could get a replacement battery for it and just take out the old one and put in the new one, and there you go. Nope, I threw it away all those years ago instead. So we're here opening and cleaning systems to give them more life, right? And here's the side of it. You can see there's a little sneak peek at what we might see inside, and even through the camera here on my phone, I can see that, you know, it doesn't look as bad. I don't think we're gonna see any little monster dwelling in here that has been, slowly forming, evolving in there that's gonna attack me as soon as I open this up. Here's a port for the power brick, and here's a port for the video and audio cord. Even the sticker. Look at that sticker. That sticker still looks pretty good, huh? If I call this number, will they still, provide support for that? Maybe if it was in Japan, but not on this side of the world, huh? Here's this side. Again, just seeing looking at it from in here. I don't think it's gonna be that bad. And I haven't looked at any videos, any tutorials, any walkthroughs, any guides, anything like that as of this point of the video, because I thought since this is a simpler console, maybe I can just wing it and do it all on my own now that I have some confidence. But if for some reason I get stuck anywhere and I have some trouble, and I won't be surprised if I do because I did for the PS4 and the PS3 before this, then I'll look something up, and that'll help me if that is the case. See if we can open up the memory expansion slot. And there's that in there too. Hey, I can read that nowadays. That says Hagasanaide Kudasai. Hagasanaide Kudasai. There you go. Do not remove jumper pack from control deck. See instruction booklet. And there you go. I actually have an expansion pack for this thing, but I've never known how to take this out and put it in, so you could play games like DK64 and whatever the two other games were that you need that for to play those games originally here on a Nintendo 64. Here's the bottom of it. Here's the slot, the port for the N64 DD drive that I have never had, and that I believe, if memory doesn't fail me, never came out on this side of the world anyway. And the sticker, I should have just left it the way that I had it. Also in pretty good shape. This looks better, I think, than my PS3 did if you go back and check out the bottom of that. But yeah, I don't know which of these systems got more hours. But here it is, and here's my little toolkit for opening up electronics that I also used for my PS4 and PS3. And so now we're gonna get, with one of these two bits right here, we're gonna get that, whichever one it is, so that we can go put this thing upside down and remove the stupid fucking screws that Nintendo like to use for the system. When I was working on the PS3 video, I actually took this bit out and I tried to turn these screws a time or two. I did two of them, I don't remember which ones, but I was surprised at how easy it was to get the bit in there and turn the screws. I thought, with these decades of these never having been touched, I thought I bet they're gonna be a pain in the ass to work with, to unscrew, to get out of there, and I might have some trouble doing that. But just with the bit, I don't even have to attach this to my little screwdriver that came with the kit. I think they're all, yep, this one came out already. See, look at that. There it is. And I removed this, and it actually looks surprisingly clean if the camera will focus on it. There it is. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, well, I did one here on camera. I guess I'll maybe do the other ones on camera now. I also noticed earlier that there's two screws here that seem to be missing. I don't think that's supposed to be in there, because I see the grooves in there, like screws are supposed to go in there. So if the system is supposed to have those there, then I don't know where those went. Or they could just be screws that were meant to be included with the N64, disk drive. That's my guess. But now that I took those out, I can open this up and we'll see if we can get into it, huh? I don't know if I'm missing any screws. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully I don't break anything like I did with the PS3. Oh no, I caught myself this time, or should I say I caught it. Another screw right there. Gotta get that out of there first. There we go. Let's see if we can open this guy up now. Seems to me that you have to remove these pieces first. And there it is. You can see some dirt, some dust, some grime on there. Of course, what else would we expect? I guess maybe we take these out of there too. Oh, this one is dustier, grimier. Look at that. Oh, and I was thinking there were two here at the bottom, but no, we just have these, I don't know what you call these, but you have these feet, I guess. And I think they used to have rubber bits here, but so that the console wouldn't move around, but those have been gone for a long time for sure. I don't know when they disappeared, but they did at some point. Okay, well now that we removed that, can we open it up? Do I just take it? Sorry for the bad camera angle. I'm just trying to do this without knocking the phone and the stand over or something. Oh, I think it's coming apart. That should be it. Oh, we're gonna see this together. Let's see if something jumps out at me or not. Okay, something on the back doesn't want to come out for some reason. What am I missing? Oh, there's another screw right there. God damn it. Yeah, it's just like me. It really is. Come on, get the fuck out of there. Oh, there it is. It's out. And with that, now we should be able to, for the first time ever, see the guts. My beautiful system that I've had for so long. Oh, there we go. Hey, I didn't break anything, and move this to the back. And there it is. Look at that. Hey, what did I say? No cigarette butts, no. What, no dead flies, ants, crickets, cockroach bits. Nada. Mira nomás. Wow, hey. You might say, hey, that's pretty bad. It's pretty dusty. I think it's pretty good. Again, a quarter century. Dust. And still no walkthrough or guide so far. I might have to take a photo of this or two just to, make sure that I know where all the screws, go. Use it as a reference. Of course, we're gonna get this cleaned up with I'm gonna get my trusty blower that I use for my previous systems as well. Oh, this is exciting, man. I love doing these videos. I love opening my stuff. This is great. We're gonna get you nice and cleaned up again. How awesome. Look how much simpler systems of this time were, huh? In the future, when I open up my Super Nintendos, I want to do my Xboxes. What else do I have? I have PS2 Slims. I have a bunch of others. I have my handheld systems, Game Boys, Game Boy Advances, Game Boy Colors, SPs. Yeah. I really get a kick out of doing this stuff. It's great. I'm glad that people seem to like to watch them too. Alright, I've set up the phone outside with my other taller tripod. And I got this first piece. And I got my blower gun. You should get one of these if you don't own one. This has been one of the best things that I have purchased since I started buying stuff online last year. If you like to take stuff apart and clean it, or if you have some other use for it, buy one. Dude, it's so much better than getting compressed air cans, and you save money in the long run too, I think. All right, let's do this. And now this is the main event. Let's take the gun to it. Here we go. All right, well, that was a quick surface one, right? Obviously, we gotta take all these screws out and get deeper in there, take it further apart so we can do a more thorough cleaning. We're back inside here at the glass table again in the living room. I've already taken these two screws off up top. Well, I've loosened them. I haven't taken them out yet because seems like I can't. So I'm gonna go for these other screws now, and I think these might be the last two that we need to maybe take this top plate off. Alright, well, there's always gotta be at least one, right? So as you just saw, this fucker is giving me trouble. I got one of my other Phillips head screws, and I'm gonna see if this works, and if not, we might have to pull out the WD-40 for this little shit too. It's too small. This is not gonna work. Damn it. So as you can see, I got the screw out now. I had to use, for the first time ever, a number 2 Phillips screw bit because I don't know if I damaged a screw or if that one actually, you know, required a number 2 size instead. But once I switched to this one, it immediately, I should say, gripped onto the screw, and I got it out with almost no trouble. I also sprayed a little bit of WD-40 before I tried this, so I don't know if I would have had trouble without the WD-40, but hey, it looks like it's out, and now maybe we can take this top plate out in a little bit. It's been a little bit now because I'm allowing myself to get distracted answering text messages and whatnot. But as you can see, I got all of the screws out already. I struggled with that one that I pointed out earlier. But it looks like all of them are out. Every time I thought that I was done, it turned out I was missing one screw here, another there. But I think I'm finally done, and I can actually take all of this out together. Yep, there it is. I thought, honestly, that this plate, I'm assuming there's a heat sink, right, of some sort, because you got the spots here for, you know, for these chips, the CPU, I'm guessing. You know, I don't know if the N64 has an APU as well. I mean, it is a console. I don't know. But here we are. There's the controller ports. There's that single LED. How about that? That powers that front light. And, well, what was that? What's that piece? You hear that? Something's rattling around there a little bit. I don't know what that is. But here it is. Here's the bottom of it. Hey, that looks surprisingly clean for a quarter century. It does. But again, you know, we're gonna clean everything as we do around here. Oh, here's the bottom plate. This is a little bit dirtier. You can probably tell the sunlight coming in from the window behind me is almost fully gone now. So if the video doesn't look as clear, I apologize a little bit for that. Not too much. I don't feel too bad. And here is the bottom casing, of the N64 itself. Look at that. That is pretty dusty, but yet again, 25 years or so. Not it could be way worse than it is. And I'm just gonna run this under the faucet over there in the kitchen sink to my right, and it'll be good to go. More likely than not. I might go at it with the blower gun again first though outside. So I'm not gonna record that anymore now that the sun has mostly set because then it wouldn't look so good out there anyway. But this could be way worse, but it isn't just because it has all these fins, right? It has all the passive cooling that could keep a console cool enough to perform and continue to work for a quarter century back in the day. You probably couldn't do that nowadays with the consoles and computers that we have nowadays. I mean, you probably could, but you would need a lot of metal. All right, let's do this. Some of the other parts have already been rinsed and I left them on a counter off camera to let them dry. So now I got the top panel, the top half here, and I guess we can unscrew this, and we're gonna do that so that we can take it apart a little further and also give this all these parts a good rinse that they've never had before. Look, is that a bit of spider webs right there? So there have been at least there's been at least one little spider inside this thing over a quarter century. How about that? But no dead bits or anything that I can see. You know, no legs, no shells, or like molted skin as spiders do. I don't know if they'll do that or not, but I think you get what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's take this apart and give it a rinse. And now we're back to the main piece here that has all the components and this heat sink and everything. Oh, and I was trying to remove this earlier. There we go. I actually doubted myself for a moment and I thought, hey, well, what if I can't take this apart? But that would be kind of stupid to think, right? That you can't take this further apart. Why not? It's many pieces. Oh, look at that. See those chips right there? I don't know. I don't know what they're called. Hey, you can actually see some stuff there. Look at that. It's like dust bunny. There's a bunch of... here's a very white word. Crud. I never use the word crud. I would say crap. Disgusting in there. So, and now maybe we can also take this. See, can we? Is there anything here I should worry about? Again, it's actually the next day. I stopped recording yesterday. I didn't feel like continuing, and I thought I'll just try to do more of it tomorrow. Oh, there we go. That came off. And, yeah. So, dusty. I'm gonna be honest though, even though I haven't looked up a guide or anything so far, I might have to look up, a video tutorial or something to put it all back together just so I don't have to think about every little thing, every little part on my own. And here is the actual N64. Here's the brains of it all. What it looks like, without the skeleton, without the skin, without the exterior that makes it look so nice and beautiful. I have never seen the motherboard of a Nintendo 64, I don't think. Look at that, 2000? Yeah, so if it has the 2000 trademark right there, then this must mean that I got this when I was 5 years old. So I think that settles that completely. You got the model number right there, of the motherboard, I guess. Or are those like, is that port info? I think that's port info maybe, no? Oh, some piece just fell. What is this? It's a nut. There it is. Leave that down there. But yeah, we gotta get the blower. I'm not gonna show any more footage with the blower because since this is the next day now, I'm continuing this when the sun has already mostly set, so daylight isn't all that good. I'm gonna take the blower and blow some of this crap off. I want to take a moment just to admire just how pristine the components on this motherboard for my N64 look. After all these years, you can see like the little fins here, or teeth or legs, or whatever they were called. I don't remember. It's been a while since I used to handle electronics when I was in high school. And so I cleaned the gunk off already with the brush and attachment nozzle thing. on my blower gun. So that looks much better already. There's some gunk here, some dirt and whatnot. I'm gonna have to scrub that off. I was gonna say I was gonna use Q-tips / cotton swabs, but I actually don't have any of those now that I think about it. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Maybe just grab my microfiber cloth, use rubbing alcohol, and try to get as much of this stuff as I can get off. See, there's some stuff you can catch right here. Hopefully we can clean some of that off as well. But I am just amazed at how preserved all of this is and what good condition it is. I feel like an archaeologist. This is what they must feel like when they're out there digging for fossils and whatnot. Yeah, look at this, remarkably preserved, just amazing. We set that down. Here's the heatsink, and here's those thermal pads. See, they got some of that gunk too. Still not as bad for a quarter century. I know I repeat myself sometimes, but damn it, it just needs to be said. I gotta go run this, under some warm water, along with with this plate and the other metallic pieces, and let them dry, and then everything will be good again. As you can see now, I managed to take the on and off switch and the reset buttons out of the system, and I didn't know how to do that. I actually just put on a guide a moment ago, and I was gonna skip to the end just so that the guy that did the video could show me how to reassemble the N64 already. But I thought, you know what? I'll watch it from beginning to end and see if there's anything that I could learn from the video, right? From watching him disassemble it, clean it, and then put it back together. And he showed me how to take the buttons out. And so I took them out, and he mentions in the video that it's worth it to take them out, and I agree, because I mentioned in the beginning, right, that the reset button had been stuck for a very, very long time, for like 2 decades. Focus camera, hello. No, am I gonna have to force you to do this? There we go. The reset button had been stuck for about 2 decades. And I thought, well, you know what? He did it. I should too. I think it's a good idea. Take them out and give them maybe just a quick scrub. Honestly, this is the 3rd day of filming, and it's not like I spent hours and hours doing this like I did with the PS3 and PS4. It's just that I've been wanting to do other things. So I've been doing it little by little. And I could be more thorough with the cleaning. But honestly, I think this time I'm gonna do just good enough. So you can see I left the casing of the system to dry overnight, and I left the like white residues, I don't know, whatever the water has. I didn't wash this. Actually, no, I did wash this with soap. So maybe it's just soap, and maybe I'll take my microfiber cloth and use some alcohol and wipe that away. I don't know if I'm gonna do that before I put it together or after. We'll see. I'm gonna be honest, on this third day, I've been more tired than in the previous 2 because I didn't sleep as well. So I was gonna be a bit more lazy. I'm also having family over soon, so I gotta get this done. I was gonna be more lazy and not be as thorough as I just said with the cleaning, but I had to get some rubbing alcohol and put it on my cleaning cloth and actually wipe more of the stuff down. I'm wiping down the motherboard here because I got my phone. I took it off its stand. It's holding it right now, and I turn on the flashlight to look at the pins here of the chips, and I saw that there's more gunk right there that the blower with the brush attachment didn't get. So I thought, no, I can't put this back together, because if I put it back together like this, I'm gonna keep thinking about how I didn't do that. And so I gotta do it, and I'm sure there's other spots that I haven't looked at yet that are gonna have more gunk on them too. I gotta get the blower and get into the cartridge slot here. Maybe I can wipe these corners down, try to wipe these pins right here down. I know that I haven't wiped the plastic here of the inside of the controller ports yet, so I gotta get that too. You can see some of the stuff is still right there. So no, I can't be as lazy as maybe I wanted to be this time, just because the console is simpler and just because I'm tired. I gotta do it, or I'm gonna put it back together and I won't be at peace. Well, I think I've gotten the motherboard about as clean as I can get it now with the tools that I have available. And I got the brush attachment into the cartridge slot. I also used it to get into the controller ports here. And there's a little bit of stuff still in them, but they are much better off than they were, obviously, before I did anything to them. Like I mentioned before, I wiped the pins of these processors down. I wiped this heat sink. I got into this little slot right here too. So I'm happy with the results right now, and I think we finally reached a point in which we can actually start putting this back together. So I guess we're gonna do that now. Look at it, guys. Just look at it and listen to it and wonder. It's like new. All the screws from the outside are back into place. We put the little cover back on for the port at the bottom. And now we just have this. And we have the jumper pack here. I actually have my expansion pack stored away, and I'm thinking, do I put this in or do I leave it out and go digging for that later? Because I'm not gonna do it right now, so I can put that in here for the first time. But no, I think we're gonna put it in. Let's see, it would go like so. And then we have, where is it? The sticker here for the jumper pack, which is very dirty now. Old. We can try to still leave it in there anyway. Take the cover. Boom. There we go. And now if we wanted to, take Smash Brothers and we can plug it in and play. We're back. There's a couple of weeks later, as you can tell maybe by the fact that I'm wearing different clothing, but hey, it's better late than never. I procrastinate sometimes, people procrastinate sometimes. It's just what people do. I am one of those people, so charge me if you want. I'm guilty, but as you can see, we got the N64 right here, and you got me right here in front of the TV. I was gonna hook this up to my big CRT that's actually in my bedroom that I've had for years and years. Works fine and everything, but I would have had to move more stuff out of the way to make that possible so that it could look decent. And I thought, nah, I've had it hooked up here for the past couple of weeks. I've already played it a couple of times with my sister, with a friend of ours, when he's come over. So I know that after I put it back together, after cleaning it out, it works fine. But I thought, you know what? Let's get a moment or two of it working just to prove it and to show it. So that's what we're here for. Got the controller right here in my hand, and we got the TV ready to go. And now we just have to flip on the switch. Boom. There it is. See that? I can move this way. Again, camera's not great, so all the light of the TV makes everything else look awful, but we're gonna work with it. We'll try to edit this too once I add it to the video, because by this point the video is mostly done. So you got the classic Super Smash Brothers intro. Alright, we're gonna skip it now though. And let's say we're gonna do a minute or 2 or 3 of single player mode. I've actually been tempted to play this mode again recently. Let's see, let's do Donkey Kong real quick. We're gonna do this fight with Link, and then we'll call it quits, I think. You saw I chose very hard, I believe. I'll kick some ass in this game all these years later. Shit. Bye. That's it. It's over. So there, I wanted to show that it works, it's fine. After getting gutted, everything worked out like we wanted to. And that's basically the end of this video now. The third console that I open up and clean. So that's great. It works, unlike the PS3, but like the PS4. So if you enjoyed this video, then hey, give it a like. Thank you for watching and making it to the end. Give it a like, subscribe, check me out on everything else that I'm at. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitter, BlueSky, Instagram. I upload YouTube shorts now in the video as well. And I don't know, leave a comment or something. Do you enjoy the Nintendo 64? Lots of people do. I'm glad that mine still works after what I did to it and after these 25 years or so that I've had it. But I guess that's it for now. I'll catch you in the next video that I do. The next time I take one of my consoles apart, How about it? Alright, thanks for tuning in. Take care. Play some N64, why don't ya?